Stampers, this is Dawn, and today we're going to make the large gatefold explosion card. Isn't it awesome? So this is the larger size. We made a mini size in the Glitter Pit Live yesterday. So this is how the card opens up. Isn't that awesome? Oh my gosh, I love it. And we're using the brand new paper called Artistry Blooms, and it's a really fun, festive, bright, and colorful designer paper. And then these were similar to the one that we made in the Glitter Pit yesterday. And that link is listed down below if you want to check out that video. But this is the mini explosion card. So how cute is that? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to use the Mango Melody today. And this is the cardstock. This is cut at 5.5 by 11. And we're going to also use the Artistry Blooms designer paper. Isn't that beautiful? And this is also cut at 5.5 by 11. So we're going to score and fold this piece together. And then let me give you the panels here. We're going to need 2 pieces of Whisper White. And these are both cut at 2 5/8 by 5 3/8. And then your designer paper is cut at 2.5 by 5 1/4. And then for the inside of the card, we're using the Mango Melody again. This piece is cut at 3 5/8 square. So 3 5/8 by 3 5/8. And then the Whisper White is 3.5 by 3.5. Okay, and then you're also going to need a belly band, and I use the Whisper White 12 by 12, and this piece is cut at 1 by 12. Okay, so let's grab our trimmer. Okay, so let's go ahead and score. So first we're going to score at 2 3/4. Oh, we don't want to cut. Make sure you're scoring. 2 3/4, and then slide it down to 8 1/4. Okay, that's going to be set aside. Now we're going to bring in the designer paper, and we're going to also score this at 2 3/4 and 8 1/4. Now we're going to grab a pencil, and we're going to make a little tiny tick mark. I'm going to actually flip this over, I think, on this side because I can see the pencil line a little bit better. And we're going to make a little pencil line at 5.5. So I'm lining it up at 5.5. And then I'm going to draw a pencil line up at the top and a pencil line at the bottom. Okay, that's it. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and fold this point here to that 5.5 inch mark right here, and then this point down to the 5.5 inch tiny mark here. And we're going to do both sides the exact same way. And you want to make sure that you're lining it up perfectly along the edge. Talk about the edge right here. Let me grab my bone folder. And then you want to give it a nice burnish right there. And then we're going to take this side and do the same thing, lining that up with the pencil line. Taking my bone folder. Okay, and then the other side. Okay, so we folded it this way just because of those pencil lines. We can go ahead and erase those pencil lines now. All right, but we want this side facing out. So I'm going to go ahead and reinforce those score lines, fold them back the other way. And then once I get the X folded, then I'm going to fold the 2 3/4 inch score line back. And then when I pop that center, it should pop right into place. So then this is how it's going to be folded for your explosion part of your card. Isn't that awesome? All right, so then once again, we're going to reinforce that X fold. Then we're going to fold on the 2 3/4 or the 8 1/4, fold it back. And then when I pull it forward, it just pops forward just like that. So then you should have your little square or your diagonal. Reinforce those score lines. All right, so then this is your explosion part of the card. Isn't that great? All right, and then let's go ahead and do the gatefold part the same way. So remember, we scored this already at 2 3/4 and 8 1/4. And that should meet right in the center perfectly. All right, now let's go ahead and do some stamping. So I have my Whisper White piece. This is the 3.5 square, and I'm going to use the Memento ink. So we're going to use these 2 stamp sets for my card today, and we're going to use the Ridiculously Awesome stamp set. And we're going to use the stamp that says Make Today Ridiculously Awesome. And then for the front of the card, we're going to use the Happiest of Birthdays, which the greeting right here says Wishing You the Happiest of Birthdays. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp Make Today Ridiculously Awesome. And remember, when you're stamping, you want to keep it at a diagonal because this is the way it's going to go into the card. It's like that. So you're not putting it in as a square. Just keep in mind that you're going to put it as a diagonal. So I'm going to keep my square at that angle. So when I stamp it, it will be correct when I put it into the card. Okay, so I'm going to stamp it right in the center. Okay, and then we're going to also stamp on a piece of scrap Whisper White over here. And I've already stamped this greeting and I've already cut it out with the Big Shot, but I'm going to show you exactly what I did. So we're just going to ink this up. This is a larger stamp, so you want to make sure you're putting a lot of pressure on there so the ink transfers equally onto the Whisper White. Okay, so there's our greeting. Now we're going to take our rectangle stitch dies. Let me grab those. So what I did is I took this size here. Let me measure this out for you. So this one is the 2 3/4 by 4 for the Whisper White size. And then I took the next size up and I already cut that out with the Mango Melody. So these two are going to layer together on the front of the card. Okay, so I went ahead and already cut that out. Let me show you that. So here's the greeting already cut out. So then this is going to go on the front. Isn't that cute? All right, so that's all the stamping. Let's go ahead and move our ink pad. Okay, so let's go ahead and put all our layers together. This is for this piece here. And then our designer paper onto our panels, and then the wishing you the happiest of birthday. So I'm going to go ahead and put these all together. All right, now we're going to bring in the card again. So we're going to first add our insert, which is this piece right here. So I'm going to add some adhesive just along one side first. Okay, so we're also going to put adhesive on the back side. Okay, so with my adhesive on this panel here, and then I got it on the back side, we're going to take the insert, close it up, and we're going to keep the points of this diamond shape between the two score lines, the 2 3/4 and the 8 1/4. And we're just going to position that right in the center, making sure to keep the points right on the score line and the points at the top and the bottom inside this card so they don't stick out. And then press that down. And then I'm going to go ahead and fold up the diamond again, and I'm going to press this side down, adhere that down. And then we're going to adhere this side with some adhesive. Okay, then we're going to bring over that door, seal it down, just like that. So then you have your explosion card right in the center. Oh, I love it. Now we're going to add our panels to the outside edges here. Okay, so there's the front. Now we're going to take our belly band, and I'm going to add some tear and tape on one edge. Here, let me grab that. So I'm going to add some tear and tape just to one edge. So remember, when you're putting your belly band on, you don't want it too tight. You just want it snug, because remember, you're going to have people, whoever you send this card to, you're going to have them slide this off of the card. So you don't want it too tight. And the tear and tape works perfectly because you don't want that to come apart. You can actually add another piece of tear and tape just to secure that. All right, now we're going to put our greeting onto the front, and I'm just going to put some dimensionals onto this belly band directly. This way, wherever the dimensionals are, it will definitely adhere to the greeting, and there won't be any overhang for the dimensionals to stick to the card so it won't slide off. We don't want that. All right, so we're going to take our greeting and just put that right over the center, just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and slide this off. We're going to put our greeting on the inside. All right, so then one last thing that I did do is I took, of course, the Wink of Stella. And what I did is I highlighted the Wink of Stella on these little marks like it's confetti. And then I also took the greeting on the front and I went with the Wink of Stella around the Mango Melody just to add some sparkle or glimmer to that. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. And then I also did the front too. Okay, that's what I did for the Wink of Stella. Put it on the inside and the front. And let's slide this back onto the front here. Such a cute card. Now you can also add another piece of Whisper White to the back if you want to sign the card. But that's the card. That's the large size of the Gatefold Explosion card. Let me show you the other one again. Okay, so here's this one. So fun. And then here's the mini version, similar to the one we made in the glitter pit yesterday. So remember to click that link down below if you want to check out that video. Okay, so if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll also have all the items listed down below. And then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.